What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Cigars and Whiskey for our next review. Today's review is going to be the Nat Cicco Super Premium. This is a 5 1/4 by 54 stick. It is a Connecticut colored wrapper. The wrapper is actually Ecuadorian Connecticut shade wrapper, and the binder and filler are both Nicaraguan. I did find this at Stag Tobacco West of Metro Center in Phoenix. This was something they had actually marked down and were trying to go through. I find that at that shop, if you're in Phoenix and you're looking for cigar shops that have great markdowns, or you have some cigars that you may have not seen, it isn't that they mark them down because they're not good quality. It just means that they mark them down because they don't sell as fast as they do. And they like to go and premiere a lot of cigars that are being released that maybe other shops don't have, so they usually have more cigars than most people can imagine when they walk in. It's a stick that was normally like $8.50, and I got 40% off, so what a deal. But man, can you tell that this cigar is pretty cool. It even has a little bit of a pigtail, and what I do like is it's a rough end, meaning they didn't cut it straight off. They left some excess of the wrapper, and then they wrapped around the end to help preserve the foot a little bit. So a little bit of eye-catching quality in my sense when I look for cigars, to see a little bit of a pigtail, a little bit of extra care when they're doing the foot. But we'll go ahead and get it cut up and we'll be back with our pre-draw. Alright, welcome back, everybody. We're in the pre-jar. We're going to go ahead and take the foot off, or cut the top of the cigar with a straight cutter. We're going to see how this cigar fares. As I said, I picked it up. It might be something not sold as well. Now when I cut it, it's just perfectly cut. Problem is, as you can see, a little bit of it unraveling. What I suggest is, if you want, you can try to leave it. I just usually just pull off a little bit, try to make an even break so I don't have any more unraveling. I want to give it a little bit of liquid to get it stuck so you're not having any issues. Alright, and when I am getting off the cigar, is a natural tobacco flavor. I can smell a little bit of spiciness, probably from the Nicaraguan binder and filler, but not too much profile-wise on the nose of the cigar. Maybe I'm getting a little bit of almost like a cinnamon off the foot. Again, I could be wrong. But again, these are just my interpretations. It's not gospel. So let's go ahead and get it lit up. Welcome back, everybody, for the first third of our review of the Nat Cicco Super Premium. Excuse me for that. Now, we are getting a little bit of like a spicy cinnamon. Not a lot, but just a little bit you can get as a faint hint on the back of your palate. Very light tobacco flavor, and getting some good smoke. Getting almost like a campfire profile on the smoke, and what I mean by that is, you know, the smokiness and the charred wood profile is what I'm noticing. Now, that's interesting because I've never had that on the smoke itself. Usually you get a little bit of that char flavor, but I'm not sure why that is. But again, that's what I'm getting in the first third. And again, Ecuadorian Connecticut sunshade wrapper and Nicaraguan binder and filler. So stay tuned. We're back with the second third. Welcome back, everybody, for the second third of our review of the Nat Cicco Super Premium HHB. And the second third, I am noticing that the burn is a little uneven still. It's not really corrected itself yet. We'll give it a few more minutes before we see what happens with it, and if I might correct it, I will. See, the ash is holding pretty good, which is always a good indicator that you're not going to have it all over the place, which makes it an enjoyable experience. And the beginning of the second third and the end of the first third, we're getting a little more creaminess on the smoke. A little more of the spice pepper that I got at the beginning is starting to turn into more like a little bit of a red spice tingle on the back of the throat. And the whole series line from Nat Cicco is a budget-friendly cigar. So with that said, the second third is turning out pretty good. We'll give it a little more, and then I'll be back with our final third and my final thoughts on the Nat Cicco. Welcome back, everybody, for the final third of our review of the Nat Cicco cigar. As you can see, we're getting through it pretty quickly. It is a shorter stick, 5 1/4 inch, so it might be a quicker smoke for you. The ash still holding well. Burn is still uneven. I actually touched it up a couple times. It still hasn't corrected itself. That would be one of the downsides I have on the cigar. And then let's show you also when I remove the band. The wrapper is starting to crack and come off a little bit. The burn issue is, and the construction on the outside of the wrapper for this cigar, for me, was I like to sit and mess with cigars when the wrapper starts to come off or it burns crooked. It just, the whole enjoyment is watching it, because it did start as people, if you're not familiar, will tunnel up the side and start burning one side versus all the tobacco. Even though I've touched it up, for whatever reason, sometimes if some of the filler and binder inside have larger veins from the leaf of the tobacco, it might act as a wick and suck the heat up that and cause the burn issues. At this point, I would rate it a real full, mild flavor to about a mid-medium. Not so much. Getting a little bit of nicotine coming through at the end. Strength-wise, a little bit, but not so much. It's a little bit different experience I've had with a Connecticut type shade wrapper. But all in all, it's a decent cigar. It's one of those I would recommend. Like I said, the price point is fairly inexpensive. When I got it, again, $8 for a handmade cigar is still a really good price point. Now, some of you may disagree out there. It's just, I take in consideration the length of time it takes tobacco growers to grow the tobacco and blenders to blend and age the tobacco. So it isn't something, most cigars don't get made within a year or so. It takes a few years for them to process the tobacco the way they need to. So keep that in mind when you're looking for cigars. A lot of times people go, well, I don't like it, they cost too much. It just depends on what you're looking for. You can always find good deals, and sometimes you can always find deals when you buy bulk. Whenever you buy a box or you buy bulk online, sometimes you can get really good deals which make the price point go down quite a bit. Make your decisions on what you like, smoke what you like, and if you like this video, please hit like and subscribe. Always leave your comments. Thanks again for tuning in to Cigars and Whiskey. Have a great day, have a great smoke, and I'll see you next time.